What's good, y'all, and welcome to episode 7 of ZB Island. I'm Adla 1K, and today we have a very special guest on the show. ZB Island's first official interview. Go ahead and introduce.
Hi, I'm Imani Mandora.
You go.
I'm here to talk about my clothing brand.
Imani's Equanimity, right?
Mm-hmm.
Equanimity. So tell me, what inspired you to start a clothing brand, first of all?
The inspiration behind my clothing brand is I have mental health issues, so basically I wanted to just help other people, but do it in a cool way, a unique way.
Okay. So what is it like? What exactly are you your goal is with this? Is it just to, reach out and help people, or be that extra hand for people that may need somebody else in their life? What?
I want to spread awareness because I feel like people, they don't take mental illness as well as they take physical illness. They be like, oh, just get over it, da da da. But if you tell somebody with cancer, oh, just get over it, it's the same thing. But I want to spread awareness and let people know they're not alone.
Yeah, you definitely right, because mental health could bring death just like any other physical illness. I mean, what are you what are, as far as your clothes, are you just doing shirts right now? Do you plan to expand more into other types of apparel?
Well, for now I'm starting off with shirts, and I'm gonna do hoodies, crew necks, and socks, sweatshirts, and sweatpants. Yeah.
All right.
My hoodie is coming soon, so.
Okay, but right now it's just.
Yeah, shirts.
And your launch date is
March 6th, so
March
tomorrow.
6th. Okay. So why don't you tell us more about just you? What? I want you to go into your mental health problems if you don't want to, but tell us more about you and just how you are as a person.
As a person, I'm honestly very antisocial, and I love music, so I sing, and I just want people who can relate to me to be comfortable with coming to me with their problems and stuff like that, because I know how it feels to be alone and to struggle.
Yeah. We're going to definitely, like I told you, going to have you back when you start putting out music, but we're going to leave that for later on. What does the word equanimity mean?
Equanimity means to be at a calm state of mind. If anything happens, it stresses you out and makes you mad, you just come to a good state of mind. You just be okay, I'm not gonna let this ruin my day. Or it's basically serenity and just that, basically.
Okay. So, and then Imani, that's your middle name, right? So you said you're into music and stuff like that. Who are the people you listen to, or people that inspire you to make your own music?
Chris Brown, Party Next Door, Childish Gambino, Bryson Tiller, Kehlani, Janae Aiko. I have more, but I just went brain dead. So, right. Yeah, I have more.
Childish Gambino, that's why you had your name is Childish Jasmine, right? Yeah.
I love him.
I remember that. I can say for myself, Party Next Door, Chris Brown. You said Drake? I think you said Drake.
I didn't say Drake, but Drake.
Right, Drake.
Yeah.
Who else? As far as Summer Walker, SZA. Who else?
I forgot The Weeknd.
The Weeknd,
yeah.
Kehlani. Yeah. So you more of a more R&B and vibing type music. Okay. So how you feel about rap? Do you listen to it?
I listen to rap, but the good rappers, you know, the ones who don't talk about bull.
You listen to substance, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, I'm the same way. I mean, I listen to rap too, but most of the time I listen to R&B. What about older generation artists?
Yeah, I love Drew Hill, Maxwell, Mary J. Blige, Usher, Lauryn Hill. I love stuff like that.
Okay. As far back to the whole mental health thing, what would be if a friend comes to you, what would be your response to them saying that they're going through something, that they feel depressed, And I'm gonna ask the second part, but answer that first.
Uh huh. First of all, I'm gonna be their therapist because I have a therapist, so I'm gonna know what to say. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'm not just gonna, turn them away because a lot of people they be like, oh, it'll get better, like da da da, and it's just like I can't tell you that because like when will it get better, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I have some really good advice.
Okay, now me and Blake, we talked about something on the show, last week, where we were talking about, there's a difference between, um, somebody coming to you, you're like they're venting, and there's a difference between that and emotional dumping. So if it comes to a point where, you have a friend well, if it's possible, would it be a point where maybe that person is doing, like, coming to you too much, where it's to a point where you're starting to get affected by it too? Like, has that ever happened? Or if that does ever happen, how do you set that boundary so that you could, be like, I want to help you, but at the same time, I need to help
Yeah.
myself?
Honestly, that's happened to me multiple times, and it makes me mad because it's like I gave you advice a million times and you don't use it. So I'm the type of person who gets aggravated fast. So I just be like, "You're dumb." Like, I'm sorry, but like if you're not gonna use my advice, and it makes me mad. But they can still come to me and vent to me, but I'm gonna just say the same thing until they get it.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I was telling Blake last. Like, if I give people like advice, I'm the same way. Like, after a while, I'm not gonna want to continue like repeat myself, because it's like I'm giving you positive advice or things you could do to help yourself, and it's like I'm talking to myself basically. And yeah, that's what I was telling. Like, it gets to a point where you gotta like draw the line and be like, you can come to me, I'm here for you, but it's just at a certain point, you're gonna have to make that change on your own. All right, so like when it comes to, like, we're talking about mental health, when it comes to having yourself or needing extra help, what you think the next step is when you finally get yourself together, and how does that mold you into the person that you're trying to become, or the person that you are?
Um, Honestly, I'm not even at that point now, but because I'm struggling, I'm trying to get there. But I know that it's hard to like relapse. I mean, it's easy to relapse. So I feel like once you get to that point, you have to do things that will keep you there. Say, for instance, meditation, a lot of people, they don't like telling people their problems, but I recommend therapy, because you can't just hold everything in because you'll explode. But like therapy, meditation, working out, yoga, it's just stuff that keeps your mind occupied. It's distractions,
Basically anything that is going to help you stay in that happy place mentally.
Mhm.
Because there was a time, like, I was depressed at one time too, and sometimes when you're trying to get yourself together, it leads you to bad things instead of something that's, I mean, it may help you in that moment because it makes you forget, but it's not really beneficial.
Yeah.
Because there was a time where, like, I was going through my depressed state, and I would turn to like drugs and stuff.
Yeah.
And that spirals into other problems that you probably didn't even see, and then now you have even double the problems that you even began with. So like you said, like yoga, working out, I just feel like people should find whatever's positive
Yeah.
that brings them or keeps them in that happy place. What do you do to like stay happy besides therapy? I know you said you have a therapist. Like, what else?
Singing, it makes me like the happiest. I just sing, and I write poetry, I write songs, so yeah.
Do you have any songs about like mental health, like in itself?
Yeah.
Okay. So when it comes to you songwriting about stuff like that, do you get all the way personal to like where it's 100% just you talking about your truth, or you like base it on a situation and try to mend it into like what you're trying to portray the song to be about?
Everything is personal, because like I'm a very emotional and vulnerable person, so like I'm not afraid to show my emotions, so yeah, everything is personal.
It's personal, yeah. Okay. Is mental health more about being happy, or is it more about doing what's right for yourself? Because the two don't always mix.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you may have to do something that it's hard, or it's not something you want to do, but it's like that's what you got to do. So
Yeah.
do you think it's a mixture of both, or like how do you?
I think it's both, because you have to do what's right for you, Say, for instance, some people, they don't like working out, but it's going to be beneficial, And working out, it'll keep you distracted, and then everything will pay off. But at the same time, where the happiness comes from. Like, you could take cheat dates and stuff
Mm-hmm.
like that. But yeah, I think it's both.
All right. So aside from, or it may mix together as well. When it comes to you being confident as a person, does that take a toll on your mental health, or does your mental health depend on how confident you are in a situation? Like, what does that do for you?
Honestly, it takes a toll.
It takes a toll.
Yeah, because like I may seem like the most confident person in the world, but I'm not. Like, I wake up some days and be like, ew, like disgusted with myself. But it honestly comes from being confident.
Okay. So, what would be your last, words in terms of anybody going through something? I know you already said, you're
Mhm.
there. Another question is your page, Imani's Equanimity. Uh, are you open to people, coming to you through there if they
Mhm.
need somebody to talk to, or if they need advice on something? Is that something you're trying to, mold into a platform where people would come to you as well?
Yeah, definitely. I say in most of my captions, like, don't hesitate to like DM me and reach out because I will reply back because I know how it feels.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. So, any last words?
Thank you for having me, and my launch date is March 6th. So yeah, thank you.
And you have a website, right?
It's
What?
launching tomorrow.
Tomorrow, and it's gonna be, what is it?
Imanisequanimity.com.
All right. So we'll make sure we have all of your Instagram information, your website. We'll make sure we have everything in the description and on the video so people could easily find you. Thank you for being ZB Island's first ever, interview.
Thank you.
Yeah, I hope to have you back, whether it's for, whatever else, have you as a guest, but I would love to have you back. And once again, thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
All right.